What's up, guys? It's Nimnod back here with another video, and in today's video it's going to be a short one, but I'm going to be making my NXT Spring Breakin predictions because NXT Spring Breakin is tonight. It's going to be a huge show, not only because there's a bunch of titles on the line, but this also could be the last time we see an NXT superstar on NXT, with the draft coming this Friday and next Monday. So we're just going to start off with the match that I think will start off the night, which is going to be the triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship. We have Indi Hartwell defending the title against Roxanne Perez and Tiffany Stratton. Now, this match is going to be good. All three women are very good in the ring. And we've seen a couple matches with these before. I don't know if we've seen Roxanne versus Indi. But triple threat matches can be a little messy, but it depends on who's in the match, and I think they'll be able to pull out some type of good match with probably like 8 to 10 minutes that they will have. Honestly, I've been flip-flopping who I think is gonna win, but I want Tiffany to win, but I do also want Indi to win because I think that Indi deserves to have a long title reign, but I do want Indi to move up. And Tiffany, she's a fast rising star, but I also want Cora to win the title. So it's just like there's a bunch of people that I have been flip-flopping who I want to win this match or who I want to see with the titles. So honestly, my prediction, I think Tiffany Stratton will win. I honestly think that Indi was just a transitional champion because they didn't want Roxanne to lose the title. Even though they could have just had Tiffany win the ladder match, I don't know, I feel like tonight is Tiffany's night. And Indi and Roxanne will probably move up to the main roster, but it would kind of be a swerve if Indi retains tonight and also moves up to the main roster with the NXT Women's title, but I don't think that would happen. So my prediction is Tiffany will win and become the new NXT Women's Champion. Next up, we have a tag team match, which is going to be Pretty Deadly taking on the family, Channing Stacks Lorenzo and Tony D'Angelo. Now, this match is going to be a trunk match, whatever that means. I think it's like similar to a ambulance match where the winners have to put their opponents in the trunk and close it for them to win the match. And I feel like this is going to be a perfect send-off because my prediction, I think the family will win. And it would be a perfect send-off for Pretty Deadly to kind of close the trunk, and that means that they would probably like disappear from NXT and just go on to the main roster, because I think even though they had a short time in NXT, it's time for them to move up. They have great character work. They're great in the ring. They won the tag team title, so there's nothing really left for them to do. And NXT tag team division, it's like once you win the title, what are you gonna do next? And there's no way they were gonna split up Pretty Deadly. And I think they would have great story and matches with the likes of like Street Profits, even though there's rumors of them breaking up. Street Profits, them versus the Usos. I mean, there's so many possibilities on the main roster that they could do with them. So I think that this is going to be their final match tonight as well. Next up, we have a singles match with Braun Breaker taking on taking on Andre Chase. This match, I feel like I've said this with every single match, and I feel like I'm going to say it with every single match. This is going to be a send-off match for Braun Breaker. Braun's done everything he could do. I'm surprised they didn't just make this his rematch against Carmelo Hayes to kind of have a bigger send-off, but he doesn't really need it. He held the title for almost a year. He is one of the few people to hold the title twice. He had main roster matches, great feuds, was in the main event of almost every single NXT event since he won the title, or since he's even debuted. He's just been killing it, and I think it's time for him to do that on the main roster and be a part of the draft. And I feel like it would kind of be great to see him with this new heel character kind of develop it on the main roster. So yeah, my prediction, I think Braun Breaker will pick up a win. unlike the last two that I think they'll lose, I think Braun Breaker would have a great send-off winning, and there's no way that they're going to have him lose to Andre Chase, even though he's red hot as a heel right now. Next up, we have Cora Jade taking on Lyra Valkyria. And honestly, I think that this is going to be the send-off for Cora as well. I don't think they're going to split up Braun and Cora since they're a couple. I think wherever Braun goes or wherever Cora goes, they are going to follow each other. So I think Cora will also be called up in the draft. And I honestly think she's ready for it. I'm a fan of Cora Jade, and I'm not saying that because I'm a fan of her. I think she's ready she is lacking a little bit in the ring, but she's not the worst wrestler, I would say. But she can improve with maybe the likes of getting in the ring with Natalya more, getting in the ring with Bianca more. I mean, she has a lot of women to kind of do that. What I don't think they should. I feel like NXT's women's division is kind of crowded right now. Because I don't remember the last time there was even call-ups besides the little call-ups that we had last year. And I think that this draft is going to create a lot of spots, not only for the women, but also for the men. And so, yeah, I'm getting sidetracked, but I do think this is going to be Cora's send-off match. Her and Lyra had this feud kind of canceled, and then now it's being brought back since Cora had that little break that she needed. And I honestly think that this match is going to be good. But my prediction is I think Cora will win, similar to what I said about Braun. I think Cora is just the it girl of NXT, and I don't think it would be great to see her lose. I know they're trying to build up Lyra, but they can also build her up with having Cora maybe have a cheap victory. Maybe this won't be Cora's call-up, and she could have a cheap victory, and then they could have a match at Battleground. I don't know, but my prediction for tonight, I think Cora should definitely win the match. Also, we're going to see the debut of Oba Femi. He is one of the people that were in the coming soon to NXT video. I don't know who he's going to face. Probably going to be like Javier Bernal or some type of jobber. And I just think he's going to win because there's no way they're going to have him lose in his debut match. And next up, we move on to the main event of the night. We are going to have Carmelo Hayes taking on Grayson Waller, where Carmelo's defending the NXT Championship against Grayson. I think this match is going to be a good match. Both of these men have faced each other before in a very good match. I feel like they've had a lot of start and stops with Grayson Waller. He's been consistent each time. And I feel like the NXT men's division needs new faces. I feel like we've kind of seen consistently the couple faces that we've seen Grayson get opportunities. Braun was with the title. Carmelo. Sometimes Joe Gacy, he's kind of moved down the card. And it's just kind of been those three, and Wesley as well, kind of been they've been recycling the top faces that I feel like with maybe Braun moving up, I think Grayson is going to move up. I think this will be his send-off match. And maybe even Tyler Bate moving up. I feel like this could have a lot of open space on the main roster that I feel like we need on the main roster on NXT that I feel like we've been needing for a while now. So I think Carmelo's gonna retain because he's just him, like he calls himself. He is one of the faces of NXT, if not the face of NXT, and I just don't see him losing. I'm a fan of Grayson, but I just think it's time for him to move up. But that was my predictions for NXT Spring Breakin'. Make sure to watch it live tonight on the USA Network. This could be the last time we see a bunch of these people, but it may not be. And this is kind of going to set up NXT Battleground taking place later next month. But like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, champs.